Almost half of all American women between the ages of 15 and 44 are childless, a record 47.6%. That's according to new data from the U.S. Census Bureau. And here with a look at the data and what it means is WSJ economics reporter Neil Shah. Neil, thanks so much for being with us.
Sure.
Translate this for us. How many American women roughly are childless right now?
Well, basically, when you look at all the women of childbearing age, which is 15 to 44, yeah, it's almost half, about 48%, and that's been steadily rising. If you look at women at the peak end of this period, so early 40s, it's about 15.3% and rising. And then, interestingly, when you look at women in their late 30s, about 19%, up from 17% just a couple years ago.
And what are the factors at play here?
A growing number of women may just feel like they don't want to have children. They want to focus on other things. That's definitely part of the picture. Some of this could be delaying. People are delaying getting married, having kids, and maybe that 35-year-old, 37-year-old will have children a little later. That's part of it. Many people could be struggling to have kids, especially as we wait longer to have children. But another big factor is career and work. The rise of women in our labor force is one of the biggest economic stories of the last half century, and that's having an impact here.
The challenge of balancing family and work is resonating here. So we're talking mostly about the professional class here?
We're talking about all women, but I think that this is especially an issue among professional women, and especially managers. I mean, Census actually, some of this data comes from the U.S. Census Bureau, and Census actually found that women in managerial positions and broadly in professional occupations were more likely to be childless than the same aged women in other types of jobs. So it's clearly a factor.
And what are the long-term implications of this?
Well, it's a good thing if people are choosing to lead the lives that they want to lead. So if this is a sign of more choice among women, that's definitely a good thing. From an economics point of view, for some economists, it might raise some concerns. It basically pushes down our fertility rate, our population growth. And
although don't some immigrant groups help to raise that fertility rate?
That's right. So in the U.S., people worry about us not having enough kids, but really our fertility is higher than a lot of countries, precisely in part because of the higher fertility rates of immigrants in this country. But there is a concern that if you have less people, you'll have less workers, less manpower to women power to power the economy, and also a smaller tax base with which to pay for benefits for an aging society.
Absolutely. All right, Neil Shah, thank you so much for that.